I am Christy Muro, and this video is part of a training I created for new SAP Business One users. Go to my YouTube channel to find all the videos. In this video, I will show you how to print documents in SAP Business One. You will learn how to preview a document, print it, create a PDF, email it, and use different layouts when printing. So let's get started. First, let's see how to preview a document. So in order to do that, first we need to open the document. For example, a sales order or an AR invoice. Right now I'm going to open a sales order. So I'm going to go to sales order. I'm going to click on the binoculars to find out the sales order 2094. And once we are in the document, we're going to click on the preview icon. The preview icon is in the toolbar. So I'm going to click on the preview icon. So we're going to use the preview option to display a document on the screen as it will appear when printed. Basically, it will enable you to view a document before printing. I recommend you to always preview before printing. Okay, so now I'm going to close it. And now we're going to see how to print a document. To print a document, we need to click on the printer, which is located in the toolbar as well. So I click on print, and this will print the document in my default printer. Now we're going to create a PDF. So you can see here in the same toolbar, we have the PDF icon. So if I click on PDF, the system is going to generate the PDF, taking the same layout that I used to preview or print the document. Now, as you can see here, we have the PDF that SAP created. And from here, you are able to print it or save the PDF. Now, the next thing that we're going to see is how to send a document by email. So to send an email, I'm going to click on the email icon, which is placed in the same toolbar. So I click on email. Here the system is asking me if I want to attach a PDF to the email. I'm going to click on yes. This will display the send message window in which you can add the email address and enter the text of the message. I will explain you later how SAP selected this email. But for now, I'm going to add a subject. Here I do have this email, but if I don't want to send this sales order to this email, I can just right click, delete row, and right click again, and add a row to select a different email. So for example, here I can put Cristina. I want to send it by email. Type the email, type the text. And if I go to attachment, you will see that SAP is going to attach the sales order. In the data here, I just have the sales order number, but it's just for a reference. Now here I type manually the email, but I do have more options. If I click on add recipient, I am able to select the email from the user. So for example, if I want to send a copy to Carlos Andres, I can just check this one and click on OK. I can select the contact persons from that customer as well, or I can attach a distribution list. Right now, I'm just going to click on cancel and click on send. And I'm going to close it. Once you send the email, you are able to see what is the status of the email. So in order to do so, you need to click on the message and alerts overview. Here in Outbox, you will see all the emails that the system is trying to send. Once this is sent over, then this is going to be moved to the send message screen. So here you're going to see it. So I'm going to close it. How SAP Business One selects the email address. When you click email in a document, SAP Business One follows a logical order to decide which email address to use. First, SAP check if there's a contact person selected in the sales order, and if a contact is assigned and that contact has an email address, SAP will use that email. This is the highest priority. Number two, if there is no contact selected or the contact does not have an email, then SAP checks the business partner master data. It looks at the general email address saved for that customer. And if an email exists there, SAP will use it. And number three, if no email is found in the contact person and in the customer master data, then SAP uses the email for the logged in user. So basically, SAP follow this order. Number one, contact on the document. Number two, customer master data. And number three, logged in user. So let's see why SAP selected this email. So you can see here, I don't have any contact person selected to this sales order. So SAP is not able to take the email from the contact person, which is the highest priority. So the second priority is the customer master data. So if I go to the customer master data, so the email is empty. So same thing, SAP is not able to take the email from here. And finally, SAP check the user. So in this case, I'm going to go to administration, setup, general users. This is the user that I used to log into SAP. And as you can see here, is the email that the SAP used to send the email. Now, what happened if I assign an email to the customer? So I'm going to click on here, hit an update. Okay. So now if I click on email, and as you can see here, now this time SAP selected the email from the customer master data. Now let's assign a contact to this sales order. So first I need to create a contact. So I'm going to click on the yellow arrow, click on contacts. So here I'm going to put purchase, for example. And the email that I'm going to use is purchase. Hit an update. And now from here, I'm going to select that contact and hit an update. And now I'm going to send the email. And now we can see here that SAP selected the email from the contact selected. So again, SAP followed this order. Number one, contact on the document. Number two, the customer master data. And number three, from the logged in user. Okay, so I'm going to click on cancel. Now, so far we have seen how to preview the document, how to create the PDF, how to print it, and how to send the email. Everything has been done using the toolbar. But additional to that, you have the option to click on File, and from here you have basically the same options. You are able to preview the layout, print it, and export to PDF. Now in this file menu, we have an additional option, which is the preview layout. And let me explain you what this means. When I am in the sales order and I just click on preview, SAP is going to use the default layout. As you can see here, we have a name, AR sales order item. This is the layout that SAP is going to use to print the order. But there will be cases where your company has different layouts. For example, a customer doesn't want to see a price in the sales order, or for a customer you want to see additional information. So in that case, you may have different layouts to print. Or there are scenarios where you are testing different layouts. So in order to test those layouts, you need to click on File, Preview Layout, and now SAP is going to show you the different layouts that you have available to print the sales order. So for example, here, if I want to print the order confirmation and click on OK, SAP is going to preview that layout. And here we have it. So again, if you want to preview the default layout, you can just click on the preview icon here, and SAP is going to use the default layout. But if you want to print a different layout, you can use the File option and click on Preview Layout and select the layout that you want to preview. Same thing for printing. When you click on the Print option here from the toolbar, SAP is going to use the default layout to print. But if you want to use a different layout to print, then you need to use the File, select Layout, and Print. And from here, you select the layout, click on OK, and SAP is going to use that layout to print it. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching.